This is my in a little while. Hope everyone's doing good, enjoying the sun. All right, so going to talk about why I do what I do. A couple of weeks ago, I had a cracking day out with some of my mates. We went and saw Liam Gallagher at Nebworth, and it was an incredible day. But that's a story for another day. Basically, these were some guys I hadn't seen for a little while, so we're catching up, and they've seen a lot of my work on Instagram, on LinkedIn, and Facebook. So I'm pretty consistent with my social media, and they were just asking me some questions about exactly what it is I do. Now, of course, the what is important, but what I want to do today is share a little bit about the why I do what I do, and a little bit about what's brought me to this point here. So just to give you a brief summary of what's brought me to this point, I was a personal trainer for roughly 17 years. I did about 8 to 9 years at Portsmouth University. I'd call that almost like the sort of foundation years, learning the apprenticeship, doing a bit of personal training, a bit of teaching classes, but finding it, a little bit frustrating, not really helping who I wanted to help. Then I went out on my own and did mobile personal training for about 7, 8 years. And that was all right. Again, not really delivering the service that I wanted. I also coached PE on the side of that. Reason I didn't really get to where I wanted to get to is that there's a frustration with personal training because it's not necessarily results driven. You're basically only really figuring out one problem, that's an exercise problem. So of course you can help someone exercise, you can help them with the hour they're there, you can give them some work to do outside of the training, and of course that's great when you're having the personal trainer sessions and you can get results. But what about all the other hours when your personal trainer's not there? What about your habits? What about your sleep? What about your stress? What about your diet? All the foods, everything that goes into really optimizing your level, your potential. So I decided that I wanted to become a behavior change coach. I've been doing this now for about 3.5 years, and I'm not going to go into the absolute details of why a behavior change coach is better than a personal trainer. That's not for this. What I want to do is go into the why of why I do what I do. So essentially, why I do what I do is I put health as the most important thing in anyone's life. I know you'll probably say, no, but my kids are more important. Yeah, of course, your kids are super important. Everyone's family is super important. But what happens to them if your health breaks down? What happens to them if your health breaks down? If you're not there to be around for your kids because you've let your health go to the bottom of the list and prioritized other things, like, of course, like work gets busy and things happen as we build our businesses. We want to make sure that's successful, but the health can also get put down to the bottom of the list. Now, look, I'm sure your kids would rather you be around for, I don't know, a good 10, 20, 30 years longer, being able to play football with them and go over the park, then, they're not going to be that interested in your business. They're interested in you and you being around. So I put health above everything because I believe without your health, you don't really have a lot. You can probably speak to the most successful people if they've gone through life. They'd be like, what I'd give to just have my health. They get to a certain age, they've been successful, they've got the money, but success and money isn't so much fun if you don't have your health to enjoy it. If you're not fit, if you're not able, if you're not got your energy to enjoy it. So I put health above anything else. I also believe that men should, or at least daily attempt to step up and be the best version of themselves, to improve daily, to look good, to feel energized, so they can perform at the elite level, so they can perform day in, day out, close deals, be a good husband, if a married partner, father, be the best version of them every day. And I believe that comes from being healthy as well. Your habits, your lifestyle, your sleep, your stress, everything that goes into it as a whole. Okay. I also believe in this day and age, it is pretty difficult being a man. There's a lot of pressure, wanting to be successful, wanting to make sure that you've provided the best opportunities, the safest home for your kids, for your wife, and you want everyone to, of course, feel good and feel comfortable, and also feel like you're providing. Now, the guys I work with, they say that adds a lot of stress, a lot of pressure, and of course it does. So so a big passion of mine is really helping men with the challenge of balancing that and making sure that the mental health and the mental side of things is in the right place as well. That all helps, and that all gets better if your health, your habits, your behaviors, fit body, fit mind, it all goes together. So look, not saying that just because you're fit and you're healthy doesn't mean you're not going to have mental health struggles, because you absolutely can. But I do believe if you have some daily action, some non-negotiables, and you're working towards a healthy body, you're probably more likely to have a healthy mind, let's say. Look, so I believe that I am creating a group and a community and a tribe of people where it is okay to talk about struggles, to talk about mental health, to talk about that maybe they're not quite happy in their performance and maybe in their body and their health. And I've created a safe space where men are okay to open up, where other guys go, look, yeah, that's me. I felt like that before. And that builds a huge, strong bond and tribe and community. So that's my passion. That's why I do what I do. I also believe that in the health and fitness industry, look, I hold my hands up and part of it, that there's a lot of BS, fad diets, shakes, plans and programs. And being honest, a lot of them are rubbish, absolutely not worth the marketing paper or website they're being written on, because it's not individualized. Everyone is an individual. Everyone has different needs, different struggles, different problems, different backgrounds, different lifestyles, different families, different time commitments. A lot of these things are very generic and they're very cleverly marketed. I don't know what the actual figure is in the health industry or the weight loss industry, but I think it's something like 2 billion a year people spend. So it's big business. And of course, everyone wants the results yesterday. But the reality is, if you're in a place where you don't feel like you're in your best shape, the chances are that didn't happen overnight. So it's not going to come off overnight. So look, that's what I wanted to come on today, because the guys were asking me, what is it I do now? But what I wanted to do is talk about why I do what I do. And for me, this is my biggest passion. I want men to step up. I want men to see that they can be the best version of themselves. I want men to see that they can be leaders for their families. And also that it feels really good when you're moving towards a goal in your health, in your fitness, where every day you've got that fire in your belly going, yep, I'm going to do this today. These are my non-negotiables. This is what I'm working towards. This is how I'm going to feel when I get there. Really digging into like, who are you? Who do you want to be going forwards? Am I living to my values? So that's what I do. That's why I do what I do. Look, guys, if you have any questions, please post in the comments. Any thoughts, any questions, any challenges on what I've said, I'll be happy to field any questions. And look, hopefully you guys, you've got some value. You can see why I do what I do. Next week, I'm going to jump on and tell you exactly what I do. So we're going to look at the why first. I'm going to do the what. And then maybe next week we might do the how. All right, that's all for now. Cheers, everyone. Have a good day.